was like, yeah, let's do it. We did things wrong.
Yeah.
Made me feel really uncomfortable.
How on earth do people actually live there?
I've got thoughts about that. Expectation. My expectations for Japan were a little bit different this time. Obviously, I've been before. Once. This was your first time.
Yeah.
So for me, last time I had like great expectations for Tokyo. I think the most, because I'd heard most about Tokyo online. I think you'll see most about that, and Osaka probably. It's all the quirky cafes and things that I were like looking forward to, like the cat cafe, Shiba cafe. Like I went to a hedgehog cafe that was like not it. It was a really bad experience. They looked like they were being tortured. I'm sure the rest of them were okay, but the one I had was like desperately trying to escape, made me feel really uncomfortable. I went to a maid cafe, again it was more of a seedy one, like it was a bit creepy. Like the girl came from the street and like called us in, so we came in and then they were trying to get us to do like this review, and she like stood over us while we were doing like a TripAdvisor thing. There were girls like dancing and singing and stuff, which is cool, I love that. But then there were guys trying to touch their legs. It was a bit chotto kimochi warui, gross. So I think little bits like that ruined it for me. We did things wrong. We didn't have pocket Wi-Fi like we did this time.
Oh yeah.
The pocket Wi-Fi this time we went, it helps a lot, doesn't it? Getting around, knowing where to go.
But I can't imagine it without it.
Yeah, when we didn't have it, it was like, what are we gonna do now? In Tokyo, when we went, like we enjoyed the nightlife a lot, didn't we?
Yeah, the nightlife's so good in Tokyo.
I think if you're gonna get to Tokyo, you need to enjoy the nightlife. That is like a big part of Tokyo. Oh god, there's a few things that fell under my expectations and some things that exceeded my expectations. One of them was Butler Cafe.
Yeah.
That did not exceed expectations. Don't get me wrong. If you have the money to do it, 100% do it. Like, they are so good at what they do. The attention to detail is insane. How did we find out about this? I don't know if it's Connor?
Yeah, Sea Dog VA.
Yeah, I think it was because of Connor. Like, he did a hilarious video when he was like trying to be a butler or something, and he kept saying like saying the things wrong.
God.
He's trying to put like the thing on the kettle,
thing over the kettle,
and he kept doing it wrong, and like, so it was like, we have to go there. And I love, like, who doesn't want to be treated by a butler? How cool is that? You can't get that here. So I was like, yeah, let's do it. And then we got there, and how much was it? It was like,
I think it was like 85, 90 quid. Like 14,500 yen.
basically it was too much.
The portions were quite small.
If you know us all, when we eat.
Yeah.
With it, we saw the portion, was like, where's the rest of it?
Oh, 100%. Yeah.
It was amazing. The food was like great.
The food was really nice.
But it's like a little bit.
That just weren't enough.
Tell them about the was it family one?
So, because it was this like 8-course, no, it was
that
6
was the other one.
course.
Was it 6 course?
It was like the Catherine. That had like 6 different things on it.
But they had meat in school, so don't get excited.
No, not
it was fantastic, but if you go in, don't go hungry.
Yeah, when you leave the place, if you walk a little bit forward and turn left, there's a family mart. We spent about like 1,000 yen, which would be like what, £6. I got like a pizza bun. I got a chicken meatball skewer.
I think I got a pork bun. So, it was amazing. So
that was like 1,000 yen at most. We left the Butler Cafe hungry.
I don't want to offend, but I enjoyed that more. I think the place is more for like the experience, them looking after you, escorting you to the toilet.
I think it's a place where if you want to get dined by attractive butler guys, then it's definitely good.
I think I would have appreciated it way more if I was single. Oh, they're like looking after me.
Yeah.
But I mean, I've got you, and I don't want to pay that price to be wine and dine. Like, you're a cheap date. I've got everything I need, so I feel like it wasn't as exciting as I thought it was going to be.
Yeah.
Because it was way more expensive.
They
did give us a cake though. I don't know if we had to pay for that. Maybe we paid for it, I don't even know.
We filled out the online form. It mentioned about a cake at the end, and if we're having a celebration.
I don't even know we said that, but then they said, did you order this cake? And we were like, I don't know, yeah. And then I just pointed to my ring and I was like, yeah, we're engaged.
Yeah.
I don't even know if we were meant to get that cake, but we got it anyway.
Yeah, we got it
was
anyway.
mostly cream, but I mean, I'll take a cake, whatever.
I didn't even get a sniff of the cake, not at all.
Fuck you.
It was in the hotel, went to the toilet, came out, and it's just gone.
I'm not going to apologise for that. So, expectations, that fell a bit underneath. yeah, it wasn't as good as I thought it was going to be. Dotonbori as well, don't get me wrong, I love Osaka. Like, if you can't tell already. I love it. Like, it's so lively and amazing. But, again, expectations, it fell a bit under because we had to wait so long. The queues were... I'm an impatient person. I want it now.
Yeah.
I want it
same,
right
to be
now.
fair, yeah.
And it was super busy at night time.
Yeah, it's worthwhile queuing if it's the first time you've ever had something, so you can get that experience.
Yeah.
If you've already kind of had it before, it'll be very good, but you'll think, was it worth like the 15-20 minute wait where you could have just got it somewhere that's like a 5-minute walk away?
100%. I don't want to be waiting in queue for like 20 odd minutes for a takoyaki when you can get it somewhere else and it'd be just as good. But the whole experience of Dotonbori is phenomenal. Like, the whole exterior, like, it's so good.
So many bright lights, big random moving crabs, like people with like chefs with like eyes popping out.
It's like really theatrical. I fucking love it. It's one of my favourite places. Is there anything you do differently?
Yeah, I think we planned a lot, and some days we had like 3 different things to do at like different points in the day.
Which doesn't sound a lot.
But then you have to factor in like
Travel time.
if the things are around you, if you have to get a train.
I think that's what I would change. I think I didn't factor in the travel time. Like, when I plan things, I'm not good at organising things anyway. Say we had like a Happy Pancake went there, didn't we? That was phenomenal.
Oh, that was amazing.
I would 100% recommend that.
Yeah.
Best pancake I've had in my life.
TikTok came through on that one for you, didn't it?
We'll talk more about TikTok and recommendations because I've got thoughts about that. So we'd book something like 10 o'clock and then it'd be like, the next thing would be like 2 o'clock or something. That seems like a lot of time. But then you don't factor in travel times, getting lost, not knowing where you're going, delays, find something that in the area that you really want to do, and then you do that, or then you can't have enough time to experience it and enjoy it because you're thinking, oh, I've got to get there on time, I've got to get there early, because I never factored that in. You want to get to the place early. You don't want to get there just on time. You find yourself like not knowing where you're going.
Yeah. 100%.
Like, you're gonna be late and it might be cancelled. I think there was one time we booked a maid cafe and we had no idea where we were going. We got in there and it was the wrong maid cafe building. There were like 3 around the same area, at home maid cafe or something, and we were like wandering around and it turned out that it was in like the Don Quixote.
But they didn't mention that.
But they didn't mention that, so we got there and we were like too late, and it, like, stuff like that I would recommend spacing things out more.
Yeah, we had a lot of days where we didn't have anything booked.
And it was the best day ever.
Just being able to explore something new that you're not expecting.
The best days we were just like strolling around. There was one day where like it was raining and we delayed the Universal Studios.
Yeah.
We walked around these stupid plastic bag boots or something.
It
was his idea, don't blame me.
It was, yeah.
Bought these UGG shoes.
Yeah.
They were super expensive. Way too expensive for our budget, but we did it regardless. They specifically told us don't get them wet. The day after or something, it was like tipping down with rain.
Yeah.
But that day was like amazing. We just walked around.
Yeah.
We found a ramen place that we didn't find on TikTok, or nobody recommended it to us. We just found it. Like,
it was a smaller place, like
those are the best days where you just walk around, you find your own things because you have no expectation. It exceeds it instantly.
Oh god, yeah, 100%. People overhyped the JR pass.
Oh yeah, I think the JR pass, we did it wrong. We got it at the start of the trip. It only lasted 2 weeks. We were in Tokyo for the start of the trip and you can't even use it.
Yeah, for the first like 4 or 5 days. Like, there's only a few lines if you're in central Tokyo that you can use it on.
Just to mention, there are different types of JR.
But in general, we could use the JR lines. The quickest way to get to where you want to go would be the other lines that weren't included in the JR pass, between like 160 to like 230 yen for like a ticket one way. That's cheap.
The JR kind of came in handy later on. Osaka to Kyoto, to Nara to Kobe, and in Tokyo where we were going, it didn't really pay off. I felt like we wasted a lot of money doing that.
We was in Tokyo for the first like 5 days and the last 4 days,
which I feel like a lot of people will do. So it's worth mentioning because normally when you get a flight, it lands in Tokyo, right? So you're going to spend
a bit of time
the
in Tokyo
first bit in Tokyo.
If you really wanted to make use of your money, you could do it for a week, and then you could get your JR pass to start on the day that you'll be leaving Tokyo. And then you'd have the 7th day being the day that you would then go back to Tokyo. But a lot of the other lines, like near central Tokyo and that, relatively cheap. Some don't even do the JR pass and you get there quicker, so...
Yeah.
Unless we just did it terribly wrong.
I'd also say booking things earlier.
A lot of them had the screens on.
Yeah.
So you could walk in and you could get like a ticket that would tell you what your reservation is, and sometimes you can scan the little barcode and it would show you on your phone roughly like where you would be in the queue.
Yeah, I think that was really cool actually. But again, you're going to be waiting a lot for that. I think the Ghibli one was almost virtually impossible to book, but you somehow managed it.
Yeah.
An ordeal, wasn't it?
It opens on the 10th of every month. It goes live at like 10 a.m. Japan time, which is 1 p.m. So with Ghibli, it's
Your
UK...
voice has got deeper since we cut. It's like your balls have dropped in the time that the battery died. And
fucking hell, that was a battle. She had no idea, she was asleep, right? It took me until 2:30 before I was able to get a reservation. In my computer setup, I've got 3 screens, and then I had my phone out, and I was constantly refreshing different web pages at the same time, and I did that for an hour and a half.
That's insane.
Because I every now and then it's getting closer and closer.
People have said it kept crashing.
It was only crashing. There's someone that hasn't really watched barely any Studio Ghibli stuff. The museum was definitely interesting. Did think it was going to be a bit different to what it was. I thought there'd be more to do.
That's another thing that kind of didn't live up to my expectations. I thought it was going to be something else. I think I confused
it with the Ghibli Park.
I confused it with the Ghibli Park, yeah. Because I'd seen pictures of like Yubaba, No Face, and like the train, like sculptures of the character sort of thing where you can step into the set and be like, I'm on the train with No Face and Chihiro. Yeah. But it was sketches and books and things like that, which I've already seen. It's kind of wasted on us.
Flashing, stop motion.
I think that was the best thing, though. Yeah. We won't say too much, we won't spoil it.
Yeah.
Like, there was definitely a lot to see and it was like really cool. There was a movie that was like...
Interesting.
It was... I enjoyed it and I think it had like a really good message, but it was kind of weird. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah.
I looked over to you just to see your expression and I thought, he's not enjoying this. I'm like, he's like thinking this is the weirdest thing he's ever seen.
Not the weirdest thing. It was
so
the sound effects.
Tired from the jet lag.
It was bad, like, I'm tired, man. And
That's another thing about Japan.
Woo! No.
That's a lot. Like, you don't realise how much travelling there is involved. That's why I would recommend doing like 3 weeks or...
Yeah.
What did we do? Just under, wasn't it? If you're going to go to Japan, don't do 1 week. Like, most people will be travelling. You'll get there and have to come back.
You will waste like a day and a half, 2 days. If you're going to commit, commit fully. Do it.
Universal Studios.
Oh, flip it out.
That was a letdown. We got a pass from McClure, which had been recommended from so many people online, and that included like the Unko Museum and the observation deck things.
Sky Deck. The whole Harry Potter bit.
That bit, I love that bit. You don't really know much about Harry Potter, so it wasn't that big deal to you. Yeah. But it was amazing. Like the castle and everything. It's like completely different to if you've been to the one in London. It's great if you love Harry Potter, but it could be a lot better.
The one in London is like well done, isn't it?
No, that's what I'm saying. It's not done.
No, I think the one in London were better.
I thought the one in London is really good, but this one, like, there was the big castle, and you get to go into the stores as if you're like...
To be fair, the big castle, that was a ride.
But we wanted to see the Mario...
Yeah!
The Mario thing.
Yeah, it was so... Yeah. We weren't even able to get in.
We left it too late.
Yeah, it was our fault.
But it wasn't all our fault. In our defence, because we had the pass on Klug, we thought we'd just scan the barcode and
be
get
fine
in.
to enter everywhere.
But it turns out that you need...
A separate pass.
You have to print it out, so you have to go to a completely different area. It wasn't even near the Mario bit.
It is literally the complete opposite side.
We would have had no idea where it was if we hadn't have seen a YouTube video. And even in the YouTube video, it was
like, you're not going to find this.
Even the other things in the park
weren't really well labelled, like...
It'd be so easy to put something on the ground, like colour code it, or like arrows to this way Harry Potter, this way Mario.
Yeah. Put a mushroom on the ground or something, I don't know, like...
So I know where I'm going.
They do have maps, and then you look at the map and you think, oh, okay, I just need to turn right. When we did get to the point where we had to print off the Mario ticket, I'm going to call it Mario Land, I can't
Mario World?
Super Mario World.
Probably.
We had to leave like 2. And when we got there, the next available entrance for the Mario World was half full.
So yeah, I was really gutted about that. There's a lot to do in Universal Studios. I didn't realise it was so Hollywood.
Yeah.
Was it Hollywoodish?
They had like the stars and everything.
I had no idea about that.
A lot of the shops were just like an American diner, which for me just like you're in Japan, like I don't know. Myself, I weren't really that sold on it. It looked lovely. The weather were like perfect.
So yeah, that's one thing we changed about that.
Yeah, 100%.
Just to warn you, make sure you print the ticket and get there early, so you have more choice, more option. Oh, peak times.
We travelled a lot around like 8:30 to like 9:30, 10 in the morning, or shortly after like 5 o'clock to about like 6, 6:30.
The busiest times we could find.
Yeah.
Unintentionally.
And the trains are like, they are very busy. They are very often, but it can make it very stressful.
Especially if you've got like somewhere to go.
Yeah.
If you've got a time schedule. So we'd recommend going on a time that's not peak time. Just check on, I think on Google Maps it will tell you, busy as it gets. Like, it's really good for telling you that. And we'd like notice too late and then we get on like,
Why is it so busy? Like,
Yeah.
Why can push us away?
every man for himself.
Yeah, 100%. If someone gets up out of a seat, no matter
They
if they're
like
like,
jump,
there's an
like,
old woman or anyone
jump
there, if
into
someone
it.
wants that seat, they're getting it.
A lot of people in Japan are quite, follow the rules, very like calm, very
Oh yeah.
thoughtful, patient, and then
As
as
soon
soon
as
as
it
you get
comes
on
to
the
the
train, it's
train,
like something else.
You're holding
Like,
us,
where am
like,
I?
yeah,
I'm in
yeah,
the jungle,
yeah.
like, fight for my life. Like grabbing onto your backpack, like,
Yeah,
Please don't leave
100%.
my man.
I have a lot.
should we talk about recommendations?
Pocket Wi-Fi.
Yeah.
There's for 18 days, we went with Ninja Wi-Fi and it cost like £80.
Was it? I don't know, you sorted that out.
I might be wrong. Pocket Wi-Fi was like
A lifesaver.
yeah, it was an absolute lifesaver. It worked like everywhere we went.
Yeah, we don't really
We-
have a problem with it, unless, obviously, you have to make sure it's fully charged.
To be fair, the battery did last.
Doesn't it give you a limit of how much data you can use on it?
With Ninja Wi-Fi, I think it is, you can use like 3 GB of data. Technically, you have unlimited data, but when you've used 3 GB for that day, you then have a reduced service. So it'll just be a slow speed.
Yeah, I'm with you.
But
You can get a SIM card or something, but
which is similar.
for what we want, for just 2 people, I think Pocket
Yeah.
Wi-Fi is perfect. Ryokan, we've already spoken about the Ryokan, have we? Have we?
We have, but like private onsen.
I wanted to say that.
In the UK, we're known for bar hopping. So
Are you going to say onsen hopping?
we private bath hopped in this ryokan. There was
Yo,
5 different rooms.
There were 5 different ones.
They all
Obviously,
had their own kind of theme.
they had like a light which showed you if it was taken or not. So most people probably like went in 1 or 2. There wasn't a time limit, was there?
Oh no, there's no time limit.
How long did we stay in there? Like till 1 o'clock in the morning?
We left at midnight and
Yeah,
we
yeah.
got back to the hotel room at about 2:30.
1? Oh, I was the one that was adamant that we wanted to try everyone.
Yeah.
You were done after the first one. You were like,
Oh yeah, we'll try it. Let's go. I'm like,
no.
Yeah,
I'm like, I'm
100%.
getting my money's worth.
I thought they was practically going to be the same, and then we look in each one and they're just like completely different.
Oh, different, yeah. So I'm thinking, if there's like so many different onsen rooms and we have access to all of them, there's no time limit. Why are we not going to all of them? I want to see them all.
Yeah.
I'm curious. I want to see what they look like. Everyone's asleep and we're like running around like
Going from one room, getting naked,
getting naked.
like, and absolutely chilling in this onsen. Well, the parts I liked were the ones that was actually outside. They were outside, obviously, like secluded.
it's nice that it's private. Like, I know not everyone's comfortable getting naked in front of strangers, and especially if you're a couple, it's a little bit more expensive. It's something that you won't regret.
Yeah, if you are with a partner and you just prefer it to be like more of an intimate experience, or if you're going with a friend and you don't really want loads of other people around, you just want to chill out, 100% worth it.
I would recommend trying the less TikTok-y places. Now, this is an unpopular opinion, but stay with me. So how many places did I find on the TikTok? Like 4 or 5?
Yeah.
We kept trying to go to different places, like Sujihan, popular sober places. There was one exception we went to Happy Pancake, which we 100% recommend. But we booked it earlier on, so we made sure we got in.
Yeah.
There was loads of different other places we were trying, and it's just like such a
Yeah.
pain to get in. It's like you have to queue for hours on end, and then when you get in there, it's probably not as good as you expect it to be because it's been overhyped online. And we had a really great experience with in Nara. We went to like a sober place. We couldn't get into the one we wanted to get into.
Yeah.
It had a good rating, so we went to this other one, and it was like walking into a Japanese household, like proper home cooking.
It's literally like it was a Japanese house, but
Yeah.
they've renovated it into their own business.
Yeah, you take your shoes off at the door, so cozy. The food is like
Oh, the food was perfect.
Amazing. It's just everything you want,
Yeah.
and it wasn't overhyped. Not everyone knew about it, so it wasn't super busy. You didn't have to line up for ages to get in. There's something really nice about finding the secret hidden places that not everyone knows about. Well, I would definitely go for that more than trying to get this is trending. People will know about that.
Yeah.
Honest, authentic, like nice. River cruise. It's like once in a lifetime kind of experience, isn't it?
They're constantly coming around feeding you.
We got the tempura one. I wanted the sushi. I saw a Paolo video
Yeah.
and he did it and he recommended, what was it, Yakitabune River Cruise. But then there were like the links underneath the video. The one I tried was like fully booked up or something. I probably left it too late. So I tried the other one, I clicked it, and I thought, oh, it's the same thing. But it ended up being something else.
It was still really nice.
But it was still really good. So they ask you, what's the purpose? Are you celebrating anything? Should we tell the truth or not?
Yeah, of course we'll tell the truth.
So we'll tell you the truth. It was just a little white lie. Because I was clicking on it and they said, what are you celebrating? And obviously I'm going to put anniversary or... I'm thinking, why would they ask that? There must be a reason. They must be given something.
Yeah.
So I'm like, yeah, we're celebrating our 5th year anniversary or 4th
Yeah,
year, whatever. And obviously that's in November. But
Yeah, that's in November.
so a little bit early.
Yeah. They gave it us on...
We don't know what it is. She did let slip that it might be chopstick holders.
Chopstick holder.
Should we open it now?
Yeah, why not?
I want to open it. Yeah.
Yeah, go on.
I can't help it. I'm just too excited. I love presents. Who doesn't love presents? So yeah, when you do it, just lie and say you're celebrating their birthday or anniversary or whatever. I don't know.
They knew why.
None the wiser. And they were really cute as well.
Oh, the staff.
They were like cheering, everyone's cheering.
Yeah,
you got so embarrassed.
They had it on a microphone, and everyone else that was on that thing was just like.
Here we are. Oh,
it's the boat.
Wait, there's 3. Oh, fuck. That's so cool. Oh, chopstick holders. I feel kind of bad.
That is
I
really
feel kind of
cool.
bad for embellishing now.
I don't.
No, I don't.
No.
So we definitely recommend that River Cruise.
Yeah, 100%.
Oh wait, I didn't talk about the Nishiki market.
Oh, the fish market.
Yeah, that should have been in my favourites.
That was so nice. Going around like the little local markets, and it was so fresh.
Like, I know I've got dotonburi stuff like all around me because I love it. But part of me wants to recommend Nishiki Market even more because it's
hands
like
down.
underrated. This has a lot of attention on it. Like, everyone knows about dotonburi, it's all over TikTok, there's tons of videos on it, but I don't find as many on Nishiki Market.
Yeah.
I've heard more about Tsukiji Market in Tokyo. That one was really good, but I thought Nishiki Market was even better. It seemed longer, easier, and there was a lot of choice. It was fresh
really good.
food, like, we love that. More spacious, like, we didn't feel so cramped in, like, the one in Tokyo, Tsukiji Market, it was a bit, like, cramped, you didn't know which queue was which, like, all the queues were melding together, we were like, what are we queuing for, we don't even know.
People that serve you there as well, again, really upbeat.
Would you go back?
In a heartbeat. If I could, I'd live there.
If I could, I'd live there right now, this second.
Yeah.
Yeah, I love the people, the cleanliness, the hygiene, the food, the culture.
Yeah.
The atmosphere.
The temples.
The temples.
Parks.
Oh, the temples and shrines were really good.
They were so beautiful.
The parks.
Yeah.
I would live there just for diversity.
Yo.
The beach. Like, yeah.
It just seems like, how on earth do people actually live there? Like, when you've lived in like England, you think, wow, people are actually like living close to this. People can go to this like every day.
When we came back, I was so sad. I'm still sad now. Everything seems so grey now in comparison. It's like a paradise. Obviously it must be different living there and having to work there. Like, we were there as guests and on holiday, so everything's perfect and shiny and new and beautiful. Take us back. We want to go back.
Please. Yeah, take us with you, please.
That's our feedback on Japan.
Yeah. Go.
Yeah, go now. No. Don't regret. What?
Bye.